Global Dokkaners, pay attention. For the next 11 days, you have a very rare opportunity to take advantage of this campaign, because if you don't, and once this thing goes away, you may never get a chance to do this ever again. And I'm not joking. It's very likely that they never do this again. I am talking about a Version Z special. If you guys don't know, the Version Z campaign is still going on and will remain in effect until next week. But for this particular campaign, it's actually going to be going on a week after that. The Hidden Potential Activation Support campaign will be going on until the 13th of February. And with this comes a very special promotion. Only one Dragonstone is required to forget a hidden potential skill. I already did a video on this before, like maybe 2 weeks ago, but I feel like some people have forgotten about this because we've now moved into the Tech Androids Dokkan Fest. I feel like some people might have forgotten that this is still here. This is still going to be here until the 13th of February, which means in the middle of the Tech Android celebration, probably in part 2. So how does this work? If you guys didn't know, in the Hidden Potential system, if you guys wanted to recalibrate a unit's ability right here, a hidden potential skill, change it from additional to dodge, you would have to either use a dupe of the unit or spend 10 Dragonstones. Global, up until now, had to spend 10 Dragonstones to recalibrate if you didn't have a copy of the unit. With the Version Z update, they changed it, so it's now going to be costing 5 Dragonstones permanently. However, during this little promotion, they brought it down to 1, which means you are saving 90% of the stones that you would have spent to change one skill. Now, here's where the horror story comes into play. This is an old unit, and I pulled this guy, or this is a free-to-play unit that I got early on in my Dokkanning when I didn't know what I was doing, when I wasn't watching any videos. I just played the game. I made sure to rainbow the unit, and I gave this unit maximum critical. Maximum critical and balanced dodge. And as you can see, this unit is built very different now. Why? Because I recalibrated. When? Before the Version Z update. Not that I would have known back then, but thinking about how much I spent will forever haunt me for the rest of my life. This is how much I spent. I had to change this node, this one, that's 2, this one, 3, 4, 5. Like I said, before the Version Z update, it cost you 10 Dragonstones per node. I just told you that I had to recalibrate 5 of them, which means I spent a Dokkan Banners multi worth of Dragonstones to recalibrate this guy. Had I done this now, I would have only spent 5 Dragonstones. If I do this, if I were to have done this after this campaign is over, I would have spent 25 Dragonstones. No matter how you spin it, Toon is taking a big L here, folks, because I did not wait. I could have waited just a little bit longer, and I could have done this now, and I could have saved 45 stones. Those stones will never come back, but I will never forget them because this is going to haunt me for the rest of my life. So it is very important that you guys take the time and go through every single unit, LR, TUR, SSR, whatever, and make sure that you guys recalibrate or take care of any potential changes that you want to change. Do it now. I'm actually going to show you a couple examples of units that actually don't have dupes, and you can never possibly get dupes. Because when it comes to free-to-play, the answer is simple. Go to the story event that they come from, farm out those copies, you can recalibrate, no problem. You don't even have to waste those single Dragonstones. But there are certain units that will never have dupes, even though they're free to play. So let me show you those units right now. These are just some examples. There might be more. If I'm missing any, feel free to share them in the comments, because this is going to help everybody who watches this video. These LRs right here are Super Battle Road Prize LRs. If you guys don't know, you will only get 5 copies ever for these units. Why? Because those are the amount needed to rainbow them. So if you want to actually recalibrate this Goku's hidden potential, if you want to change all of the additionals to criticals, you would have to spend stones. You better do it now instead of later. Now, if you guys don't know how you want to build the unit and you simply just want to recalibrate, what you should do, I strongly recommend you still do this. Let's say you want to give this unit dodge or critical for whatever reason, all right? You want to change this to critical, but maybe you're going to change your mind in the future because you're not sure. Or perhaps you're waiting for another LR's EZA to kick in. Let's say, for example, I don't know, what's a good example for an LR that's going to get an EZA soon? All right, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, actually. Let's do that. Super Saiyan 3 LR Goku right here. This unit will eventually get an EZA, right? Until then, we don't know how to build the unit. So if I wanted to go in and change the criticals to additionals because the passive might potentially give him critical, I would simply just forget the skill. And I could fill it in with my orbs later on. So even if you're not going to change it to something different, simply removing it will save you the heartache of having to spend 5 Dragon Stones post-campaign. Now let me continue showing you some more teams. So these are the Super Battle Road ones. These are the Battlefield units. The Battlefield units are also very unique free-to-plays because there are only a finite number of copies for each of them, except for the Goku and the Vegeta down here. But they're still so expensive that I wouldn't recommend you actually spend your Battlefield memories to get extra copies. Just buy the 5 that you need to rainbow them at most. Don't go further than that. But these LRs, if you wanted to change the Babidi Deborah's hidden potential, you can't use another copy of the Babidi Deborah. It's, first of all, not worth it. This is absurd. Secondly, you only get 5 copies, and you need all 5 to rainbow. So you'd have to spend Dragon Stones on all of these guys. So if you guys aren't sure, check them out. And then go to the Dokkan Wiki, see how they work. I actually recently changed the Babidi Deborah. This unit had a high count on critical. I changed it because the passive gives him a high chance of performing a critical hit when the target enemy is stunned or sealed. So I decided to put the rest of the hidden potential orbs into dodge instead of critical because I learned about this fact right here. The Dokkan Wiki is your best friend. Time is your best friend. You've got 11 days to do this. Continuing on here, more special case units. These are more battlefields at the top, TURs. 1000 Day Goku, you will not get more copies than you need. They'll give you 5 at 1000 days. Vegito Blue, this is a free-to-play unit that is only available up to 9 copies in the Incredible Gem Shop. So be careful. And then we've got Team Bardock here. This, even JP hasn't picked up a rainbow for this guy. This unit is so stupid because it's just aged so poorly and we have no idea when we're going to rainbow it. So in all honesty, I shouldn't have built this guy out with those hidden potential setups, but I wanted to run Team Bardock, so I gave it some stats. If I want to change it in the future, I would have to use those Dragon Stones. Now, do I want to be using those Dragon Stones right now? Maybe not for this guy. This is kind of a special case, but again, it's up to you how you play. If you never use the Team Bardock, you might want to just recalibrate now. And I think that's it. Okay, no, World Tournament LRs. I think this is the last one. World Tournament LRs. If you guys don't do much World Tournament, you're probably not going to be having enough tickets to summon these guys. I only have one copy, one dupe of this Piccolo. I don't even have this guy rainbowed. So if you guys aren't big fans of the World Tournament, you might want to consider using those single Dragonstone recalibrations on these guys as well. And the last one will be the Friend Summons. This one I would say is on the lowest of the priorities because the Friend Summons, you will ultimately get the pieces that you need. But I do know that a lot of people have been complaining recently about the rates. You're not able to pull the LR androids. Maybe you're pulling too many copies of the Saiyaman. So if you want to, you can spend that one Dragonstone on these units, but I would say wait until you take care of everyone else. Then use these. Now, I do realize that all in all, if you were to do this on, let's say, like 50 units, let's say you recalibrate 100 hidden potential skills in your various units, right? That's 100 Dragonstones that you just spent. And while that seems horrible, just think about the alternative. Had you waited until after this campaign ended and you recalibrated all 100 of those, that would have been 500 Dragonstones that you spent instead of the 100 that you spent now. Had this happened before the version Z update even dropped, you would have spent 1,000 Dragonstones. That's right, 1,000 Dragonstones. So now is the time to do this. I'm not even done, actually. I've got like 6 more LRs that I want to recalibrate, and then I want to go through every single one of my TURs and make sure that they are all built the way that I want. And the good thing about being a global player, folks, is that you can go to the Dokkan Wiki and see if they get future EZAs. That is going to help tremendously. If you think a unit is going to get an EZA, maybe don't put anything in their hit potential at all. Just wait. Leave that part blank. Simply forget it and leave it alone. Everyone else, go through the Dokkan Wiki, take a look. I got to work on these guys with their EZA. I got to recalibrate how they're built. So this is a very useful thing that a lot of you guys should start to do. You have 11 days to get it done. After that, I wouldn't ever recommend going in and spending 5 Dragonstones to recalibrate. Just wait. Just wait for those copies when you summon them. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments which units have you had your eyes on when it comes to recalibrating those hidden potential setups, or have you already taken care of all of this? Are you done? Did you go through every single unit? Let me know which ones were the most painful to recalibrate in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it! Thanks again, stay tuned, and always remember to Dokkan responsibly. Also, how many times did I say the word recalibrate in this video? Seems like I said it an awful lot. Recalibrate, 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 recalibrate.